Hey, drop.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 6 of the Buchanan County Sports Podcast. I'm here with Tim, Chris, and Rodney this week. Good to have you here this week, Rodney.
Thank you very much.
So first of all, we'd like to go over the schedule, the games and stuff from last week, guys. Full slate again last week. The golf will be finishing up this week, so kind of narrowing down on that. Last week with the golf, medalist was Mason Boyd at 34.
Man, he's been on top of that game all season long.
I believe that very well. Maybe
I'm shocked he medaled.
Yeah,
At this point, it's just
I believe that might be the first one that's been under par this year, isn't it?
it's that one or maybe in
He
his
may have
second
shot
one.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that's the first one under par. JV medalist will be sure to mention that too. Gavin Hartford at 48. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him when he gets up on varsity as well.
He's going to bring some good knowledge with him up here to Southern Gap Eagles.
So I noticed, I guess the Twin Valley and both council didn't quite have enough. From my understanding, you got to have 4 in order to compete.
Yep.
And both of them was under that threshold. So it was just basically Grundy and Hurley as far as the team scores go. Grundy 167, Hurley 207.
Hurley slipping there.
They dropped off
Yeah.
a little bit there, didn't they,
They
Chris?
did, sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, still had a pretty good performance from top 3. Just didn't get that last score in there to be low enough to really be there close to him. But Grundy, 167 with Mason Boyd at 34, Graham Pittman 39, Brody Ford 47, Wade Clevenger 47, Parker Hughes 64, and Brady Markham 66. Hurley had Jacob Harden at 45, Braden Hopkins at 48, Ethan Matney at 48, Cameron Stacy 66, Bentley Jackson 66, and Jacob Cantrell 67. Council had three players, Connor Ellswick at 50, Caleb Mullins at 54, Jacob Ray at 55. Twin Valley, Ben Mayhew at 44, Blake Cooper 49, I believe I misspelled that. That's pretty bad considering that's my last name, Matt. Logan Dodson, 67. And they just included these at the bottom of the paper you sent me, but I'm sure that every one of these players are from Grundy.
Yes,
Correct?
they sure
They
are.
was just bunched in the corner on the sheet.
Yep.
Grundy JV, of course, we mentioned Gavin Hartford at 48, Braden Belcher at 65, White Street 66, Carter Deal 67, Jackson Stevenson 70. And then there was 2 volleyball games that night. We had Hurley traveled to Tazewell, and pretty much the same outcome as it was the week before at Hurley, 3-2. Hurley took it 25-23, then went 18-25, 25-19, 20-25, and then 15-13. Very competitive game, just like the previous.
Almost exact same score.
Yeah, just like the previous week.
Yeah.
Bela, who we'll have on the podcast today, 28 service points, 8 aces, 28 assists, and 2 kills.
Wow.
Yeah.
She brought her A game.
Yeah, for sure. Emily Mullins, 13 service points, 1 ace, 15 digs, and 8 kills. Jalen Dotson, 16 service points, 4 aces, 5 digs, 6 kills, 4 assists. The way they wrote this has got me... Yeah, it looks like 16 looks like for aces, but yeah. Keisha Hagerman, 16 service points, 2 aces, 4 digs, 8 kills, 3 assists. Brooklyn Owens, 17 service points, 2 aces, 3 digs, 1 kill, 1 assist. And Carissa Hurley, 10 service points and 2 digs. And also another one that went the full sets there, Council and Wise Christian, 3-2 Council. 18-25, 26-24, 25-15, 25-27, and 15-13. They had 2 there that they had to go extra there. You know,
That's
Is
pretty
that,
good.
Is that council's first win this season?
I'm trying to.
I'm
think.
thinking
I'm
it
thinking
is.
so.
Yes.
I'm thinking so.
So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kayla Johnson, 6 aces, 8 service points, 1 kill. Megan Hess, 6 aces, 4 service points, 5 kills. Shay Stotts, 4 service points and 6 assists. And we'll move on to Tuesday. Tim, you want to read a little bit and let me catch my breath?
Yeah. So Tuesday it was Hostin at Council. Hostin won all 3 of their sets, 18-25, 17-25, and 14-25. Megan Hess, 2 kills, 5 serving points. Ava Rose, 4 aces, 6 serving points. Shay Stocks, 3 assists, 2 aces. Then we move on to Twin Valley at Montcalm. It was 2-1. So Montcalm come out on the winning on that, 20-25, 25-23, 21-25.
Yeah, just a second. I don't know if I mentioned to you, I found out from the coach what this was. They went to Montcalm and they played both Montcalm and Graham, and it was just, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, round robin.
Yeah.
Like a round robin. Keisha McClanahan, 27 digs. Kara Boyd, 9 digs, 1 kill, 1 ace. Addie Blankenship, 13 digs, 1 kill, 2 aces. Kayla Mullins, 5 digs. Malaya Bell, 6 assists, 1 ace. Kayla Sparks, 1 dig. Addie Boyd, 10 digs, 9 kills, 7 aces. Maya Bell, is that how you pronounce that?
I think.
I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm so sorry. 6 digs, 2 assists, 4 aces. Kayla Lester, 8 digs. Then we'll go to, here is the Twin Valley and Graham. So it's like a round robin. They played each other 2 games, and Graham come out on a winner on that end, 6-25 and 9-25. Keisha McClanahan with 7 digs. Kara Boyd, 2 digs. Addie Blankenship, 7 digs. Kayla Mullins, 5 digs. Addie Boyd, 4 digs, 1 kill, 2 ace. Maya Blankenship, 3 digs, 1 assist, and Kelsey Lester, 2 digs. All right, then we'll go to Richlands at Grundy. Grundy won all 3 of them sets, 26-24, very close.
Yeah.
25-13, 25-17. Destiny had 8 serving points, 1 ace, 11 digs, 20 assists, 2 kills, and 1 block.
Wow.
Read that again. 20 assists.
8 serving
that's
points,
unreal.
1 ace, 11 digs, 20 assists, 2 kills, and 1 block. That's from Destiny.
You think about 20 assists getting in the right, you got to be in the right place, to get an assist. You got to be moving. You can't just let the ball come to you.
Yeah, I was watching it there that night and everything, and you'd see it, and you could see her like getting in position to set up somebody.
Yeah, she's always moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll move on to Leah Rasnick, 9 service points, 3 aces, 8 digs, 4 kills. Sophia Belcher, 1 service point, 3 digs, 14 kills, 4 blocks. Addison Bell, 20 serving points, 2 aces, 6 digs, 15 assists, 4 kills, 2 blocks. Riley Blankenship, 2 service. Riley Church, 2 service points, 1 ace, 11 digs, 17 kills. Madison Lester, 2 digs, 5 kills, 1 block. Claire Griffey, 4 service points, 17 digs, and 2 assists.
And by the way, I was informed, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she is at 1,101 digs right now. By the way,
Yes.
she hit 1,000 way before that game.
Okay.
I found out they wanted to celebrate her at home, but she's at 11.
Now, is that a stat that they actually keep like at the state level? Is that, do you know?
Yeah, it's
Or is
in the
school
record
thing?
book. Yeah.
So there is a record on it. I wonder
Yeah.
what the overall record is.
I'm not sure. It's easy to pull up on the.
That's
on the book
that's a
and
lot,
stuff.
a lot of digs.
1101, and actually the Grundy record, which we mentioned last week, and I found out that stat for you.
Yeah.
I actually contacted Miss McComas down in South Carolina.
Okay.
And she said it's 1140.
So she's going to,
Yeah, she'll break
40
that.
away.
she'll
Yeah.
do that.
Barring
I
any
hope and
injury.
pray.
Yeah, barring any injuries.
Yeah, I hope and
she's
pray
got
she
that.
can get it.
Yeah. So I've not found out the Twin Valley ones yet. Lexi's looking into that, and hopefully we can figure that out before
Yep.
before the schools all close and kind of get a
Yep.
an all-time look there for the county. But Chris, you want to help with the cross country there?
Yeah, we'll move on to the cross country. This was at Wise, and it was all the county schools. Varsity boys, Grundy boys teams finished 3rd overall. Number 1, Keeson Harford from Grundy,
No
1627.
surprise there.
No.
No, I'm not shocked anytime I see him at the top of the leaderboard. And then Jacob Ray finished 15th, 1838. Braden Conaway at, I guess that's number 20. He was at 29. What position?
Yeah.
At 2019. Jacob Fields at number 37 at 2046. Gage Brown finished 41st at 2102. White Street 43rd at 2114. Jesse Ray, 50, I guess that's 54 at 2208. Ryder Anderson at 2309. I'm just going to read the times. It's just too much. Is that Jacob Smelter? Is that how he's, at 2316. Lucas Vance, 2339. Daniel Rife, 2407. Talon Looney at 2657. Peyton Sloan at 2821. I moved on to the varsity girls. Destiny finished on top there at 2416. Skylar Baker, 26 even. I guess that's
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, that's Destiny's sister.
Yeah.
At 2606. I hate trying to butcher her last name.
Armendez.
And somebody want to pronounce this next one? Is that Veronica?
I have never pronounced that name, but you know it's not around here.
Shilshenko? I don't know how you
looks like Shilshenko.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And she finished at 2609.
We're very sorry for that.
Yeah. Kelly Ratliff at 2808. Ella Robinson at 2850. Regan, is that Reagan? Reagan Boyd, 3046. Allie Compton at 3503. Savannah Childers, 3715. Emma Oquin, shout out. You want to shout out there?
Shout out to sis, yeah.
4318.
All righty. And then on Thursday, had volleyball and football on Thursday night. Volleyball, Grundy went to Tazewell, 3-0. Destiny with 8 service points, 2 aces, 4 digs, 10 assists, 1 kill. Leah Rasnick, 26 service points, 13 aces, 6 digs, 1 kill. Sophia Belcher, 7 service points, 2 aces, 7 digs, 11 kills, 1 block. Addison Bell, 7 service points, 5 digs, 6 assists, 5 kills. Riley Church, 5 service points, 3 aces, 6 digs, 7 kills. Claire Griffey, 12 digs. Madison Lester, 2 kills. Cammy Rourke, 3 digs. Anna Conway, 1 service point, 1 ace, 3 assists. I noticed some names there at the bottom. I guess she got some of the bench in. It may not have been seeing a lot of playing time recently because I'd not seen those names in the stat line before. That's great because I mean got some seniors on that team, so
Got a lot of seniors.
yeah, very important.
A lot of seniors on that team.
And then football. Wow, what a game over there Thursday night, Chris. Tri-Cities Christian 48, Hurley 56. I want to mention I looked something up, and an interesting stat of the week. The Hurley game had a total of 104 points scored between both teams, 56-48. That is the highest total scoring game in Hurley High School history, surpassing November the 11th, 1970, a game in Hurley we've heard about a million times when Hurley took on Mullins, Kentucky, in which they was a total of 102 points scored in that game. However, in that game, all 102 was Hurley's.
I'm wondering, and be interested, was back then were the quarters 10-minute or 12-minute quarters?
I'm not sure. Was they ever a part when that was changed?
I'm not sure. I'm just wondering.
It'd be nice to know.
I know basketball was changed this year. I didn't know if football had ever done that or not.
But wow, in that game, you know, it's something to have a 100-yard rusher, and I mean it's even crazier to have 2 100-yard rushers. But I mean, they literally almost had 4, if I'm seeing that right. Caden Justice, 19 attempts for 129 yards and a touchdown. Kanan Justice, 1 of 3 passing, 45 yards. He ran the ball 19 times for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns and 6 two-point conversions.
He's big enough.
Dylan Lester, 8 attempts, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Aidan Baker, 9 attempts, 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. Leroy had a explosive return there late in the game that really helped him out, wasn't it?
Well, you finally kicked it to the outside. If he can get in his mind, because his speed is get him to the outside, I think he's a lot better than trying to hit up 20, the gaps. He's just not. He's quick enough. He's just not big enough to bust them tackles.
That's funny as far as like the returns and everything doing it that way. But also, I've noticed in the running game, they are always more successful when they run to the outside. Anytime they go up inside, they're not getting nothing.
Well,
inside.
Dylan being hurt, really, it hurt him in the first half, not being able to get him up, in the hole and getting those short yardage, 3 or 4, sometimes 6 yards, bang, bang, bang. Of course, he came out in the second half and give him a little bit of a spark there. Just 8 carries, 81 yards.
Yeah, man, it's over 10 yards of carry still.
It's pretty much on par for him. That's what he usually does.
But Leroy, one I was getting ready to say, there are 4 rushes, 25 yards, and 103 punt return yards, and he had the 1 for 82 and a touchdown.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that sure is.
Yeah, it was. They was 2 separate occasions that I looked back on the film, and this is correct. There was 2 separate times that they was 12 points down. They was 12. They crawled their way back a little bit. Then it went back to 12 again, and then they crawled their way back again, and eventually, took the lead. And
it was tied with 40 seconds, wasn't it?
Well, it was real close to being at one point in the first half. They was about to go down by 18.
Yeah.
And the kid was wide open, just happened to drop the pass, or really just a little bit of a bad throw.
And then there with, after they scored, Tri-Cities got all the way down to the 1 yard line. And then there was, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there was 2 penalties in a row. There was 1 false start, and then there was something else, and it moved them back to like the 11 yard line or whatever. And, knocking a pass down there at the end basically saved it,
I think it went from like 2nd and 4 to like 2nd and 15, and then you got, it was like maybe 3rd and 19, whatever it was. It was a very hard, make for them, especially because their game was passed. They had, I don't know how many attempts they had at rushing the ball. It wasn't many. So the defense for Hurley held up when it counted, I guess. But by looking at the score, both teams, they were just like opposite to each other. One team passed, the other team run the ball.
Yeah, not to jump ahead or anything, but Twin Valley is definitely going to see a completely different ball team than what they've seen with Grundy this week. Grundy was, run the ball more, and stuff, but with Tri-City Christian, me and Chris can both tell you, man, they like to throw the ball.
I'm going to tell you, that little quarterback they got.
And the quarterback was athletic.
They had some athletes on that team. Actually, one of the kids playing on that team, his dad graduated a year before me at Hurley. And they were telling me, his kid, and I said, Tony was a good athlete and stuff. I said, maybe I could pick him out. And then he was a lot smaller than I would have imagined him being. Then I look at their roster and realize a lot of their players are super young. So
quarterback's what, 8th grade?
Yeah,
7th grade?
8th grader.
I know.
I don't know if they're holdbacks or how that works.
I know one of our Southern Gap middle school ball players had some family apparently on that team. They showed up.
That's him, Tony. He's the
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know they showed
Parsons.
Up. They got back in time from the Richlands game. A huge shout out to the middle school team. Still killing it. A win Central on Monday and a win against Richlands on Thursday.
Yep.
So bright futures.
Speedy recovered his Zane. He broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. He's going to be out for the season, looks like, what's left of it. So,
wow. I've seen that, Chris. Collarbones. I've seen that a lot lately in the last 2 years. People break their collarbones, and the only thing I can see is the shoulder pads. Yeah. They want them so tight on them. They want the little thin padded shoulder pads, and I think that's hurting our kids.
I don't know exactly what happened with that situation, but he's a tough kid. He'll bounce back.
Oh yeah, he's still young too, so he'll bounce back quick.
I spoke to Coach Tester, and he said that he's looking at maybe one surgery for sure, putting a plate and stuff in it, and then depending on what happens, from there. But
wow,
I seen pictures of him sitting in the hospital, and he looked all smiles, you know.
That's Zane.
Yeah, so he's going to be all right.
Yeah. All righty. Moving on to Friday. If I'm not mistaken, I believe 3 of us was there for that one.
Yeah.
Rodney, myself, and Tim, all 3 was there. Grundy beat Twin Valley 44-8. I literally showed up 15 minutes late because we were in Bristol for a doctor's appointment that day, and by the time I got there, it was already 14-0. So, yeah, it got on hands kind of early.
It did, and the thing is with Twin Valley, they never did get anything going.
No.
They could never execute on a play. Every now and then, they'll make first downs, but as far as he made one good touchdown pass. Yeah. White did, and he did do that, but just the running game wasn't working. And I hate to say that for Twin Valley, but Twin Valley did. I did tell them after the game that they had grit, they had heart, they didn't give up. So, and they never did give up till the last second.
I've not seen them quit any game I've watched them this year.
Oh, they haven't quit.
They've played hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I thought, going back and watching it, I thought Aidan White had played really well.
Oh yeah.
He came to play, yes.
From just controlling the game, and that's. I mean, I know it's about matchups and stuff like that. And Twin Valley is going to play better against the team they match up better against.
Right.
They're just a little overwhelmed there. Trey Taylor's running ability. It's hard to touch him. He's one of the best in the area.
To comment on that, man, there's a lot of flags thrown that night. There's a lot of flags, wasn't there, Rodney?
Yes, they sure was.
They kept, on both sides. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of flags, and a lot of stupid penalties. I guess the kids were so hyped up on both sides that they didn't hear a hut or something because they always go before it snaps and stuff. I mean,
I know I got. I'm sorry, there, guys. There was like 2 different things. Something I wrote, and then something somebody had sent me. It's all bunched together there. But one person told me 269 on Trey, and one person told me 264. So just look over that. But am I correct here? Did Luke score a touchdown, or was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
2-point conversion. Quake.
Yeah.
Luke Shelton, 2-point conversion. He actually scored 2 2-point conversions.
But no touchdown.
No touchdowns.
Okay.
No touchdown for him.
I looked back at it when I got home and stuff, and I had thought that he did, but what I was remembering now was a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 2-point conversion. 2 of them.
Yeah. Okay, but Grundy, Trey Taylor had 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, and
8 carries.
Only 8 carries. I literally walked in the stadium and seen him running one back, and he literally was just kind of walking in at the last 20 yards out of breath, I guess. But he's a different player, ain't he?
Well, he performs well.
Yeah.
And he puts the time in the weight room, and he runs track, and he runs indoor and outdoor track. He always put time in. So any player that puts time in anything, any sport, you want to get results. And he's just, 2 years ago, he wouldn't even take a hit.
Yeah.
He's scared to have to get hit. But now he's matured enough, being a senior, that he wants to give a hit instead of taking a hit.
Was really, really impressed with Aidan. He looked real good.
Always tickled me to death. 3 touchdowns. See his kid, because he's just as humble as they come,
Yeah.
I tell you what about Aidan, and I don't care to tell this on this podcast, is last year I walk around the locker room right before the game. I come to Aidan's locker. I look in his locker, and he had his Bible there. I teared up.
Yeah.
Him being a sophomore at that time, only guy had a Bible in his locker room, so I teared up and I hugged him. I said, "You just don't know what that Bible will do, sitting in your locker and you're reading it to these other guys that's around you."
Yeah.
And I seen his dad and told him, man, and he started crying. So it's so emotional, and to see Aidan step up in a quarterback position that he fulfilled the big shoes of Logan Lester last year.
Oh yeah.
To this
Huge
year, I mean, they're huge shoes, and he's doing an excellent job. And I love the kid. He prays over our food every time we eat somewhere as a group. He always, if you watch him, he'll run out and he'll kneel and pray on his own. He's so, just like Chris said, so humbled.
Got great character.
Yes.
As we know, even us as adults, you can be a light onto someone else, and him doing that and everything. maybe there's someone that don't know God or whatever. And,
Aidan's planting seeds.
yeah.
He's planting seeds. He sure is. And
Yeah,
I'm so happy for him.
And
Proud of him.
just touch on one more. RJ looked real good.
RJ moved to us from North Carolina, moved up here because the school he was going to was consolidating with some other schools. So where he's at,
Boy, we ain't never heard of that before.
well, we never heard of that, but where he was at in North Carolina, I can't tell you where, but in North Carolina, they said like it'll be 3,500 kids at one school.
Wow.
And he said he didn't want that.
Wow.
So he came to Grundy.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah. So he came to Grundy.
Come here to a county that's consolidated
Well,
to get about 600.
Yeah, so he's fit in with the Grundy crew.
I'm
and
going to assume his class down there was probably more than what the whole school will be up here next
I'm
year.
going to say yes.
Yeah.
But he's been really great for us at Grundy High School, Grundy football.
And then, guys, the only thing left to touch on last week, and we can probably find out a little more about that here in a few minutes, was that Hurley played in West Virginia tournament there on Saturday. The volleyball team did. I have no information on that whatsoever. Haven't heard anything, and I don't even really know who was part of it or whatever. But
We'll find out in a
I'm
little
sure we
bit.
can find out here in a little bit. But I guess with that, we'll go ahead and move on with the interviews, and I guess we'll touch on the schedule afterwards. I think that's a good way to end the podcast each week. All righty. Okay, guys, we're joined now by Bela Hurley of the Hurley volleyball team. Bela, good game last week against Tazewell, and as we just found out before we started rolling here, that you all had some games on Saturday as well.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So who and all did you say you played this weekend?
We played Mount View, Midland Trail, Greater Beckley Christian, and I don't remember the other team.
Okay.
We played another one too.
How did you all do up there?
We done pretty good. We won in like 2 sets, but we played in really close games.
Well, that's good. So looking back at the game that I did have the stats on for Tuesday, it was almost an identical game from the week before with Tazewell, where you all won in 5 sets. It was
Yeah.
almost exact scores and stuff as well. But you had an excellent game with 28 service points, 8 aces, 28 assists, and 2 kills.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tim, you got some questions?
Oh, yeah. I always have questions, don't agree.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
let's wish her a happy birthday. Before
Yeah.
we
All
start.
righty.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today is Bella's birthday. How old are you today, Bella?
I turned 15 today.
15
Wow.
today.
I got shoes older than her.
15. Wow. Bella, congratulations. Thanks for coming up, being on a podcast. Got some questions.
Okay.
What has been the highlight of your season so far?
Probably getting to like play this season with my friends and teammates, and then us getting to actually win some games and do a whole lot better this year.
What goals has your team set for this year?
We've just been trying to learn every game and just do better than we have been doing, and through that we've done really good.
Okay, how would you describe your team chemistry with your team?
I think we're pretty close. We really rely on each other in tough games, and we make sure that like we're trying to do so that our other teammates can get success.
I'm going to take it you were a freshman this year?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
How do you keep the energy up when games get tough?
We just try to remember that we're playing because we love the sport, and we just try to have fun.
Okay. What position do you play, and what do you enjoy most about that position?
I'm a setter, and I enjoy it because in order for me to do good, that means my teammates have to do good. And
right.
I just enjoy it because I can help them succeed.
How do you prepare mentally before a big match?
I just try to stay calm and remember that like whatever happens is going to happen, and just try to move on and play the next point.
Which game this season has meant the most to you, and why?
Probably Tazewell, because my 8th grade year we played Tazewell and we won that game, and I haven't played them since. And just to win against a team like Tazewell is really, really good.
How do you stay focused after you make a mistake on the court?
I just try to remember that volleyball is a game of mistakes. There's 25 mistakes in each set, so I just try to remember that everyone's going to make a mistake, so I know that it's okay.
What made you start playing volleyball?
I started my 6th grade year, and I had a few older friends that played, so that's why I decided to play, and then I just fell in love with it and wanted to keep doing it.
Okay, who influenced you the most to play the game? The coach, teammates, or someone else?
Probably my teammates. I just enjoy getting to have fun with them, and seeing the look on their faces when we win really means a lot to me.
What's one skill that you've worked on to improve this year?
Probably serving.
Okay. Serving has to be tough.
Oh yeah.
So, how do you balance your volleyball and life outside sports?
I try to remember that like it's just like a temporary thing, but I try to also like manage it well and like still like practice a lot and do better.
What advice would you give a younger player just starting out? Just saying, next year you have an eighth grader come up from being an eighth grader to being a freshman, and they're going to start on varsity or just play on varsity. What advice would you give that kid or that girl?
I guess I would tell her that you know it's okay. You're going to make mistakes, but just try to have fun and remember why you're playing.
Okay, that's good. Who's the loudest on the bench or brings the most energy every game?
Probably my teammates Brooklyn and Caitlin. They really do a good job with keeping everyone like excited.
What song would you choose as your team hype song?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's why I asked.
What's that? What you all was singing there earlier?
When the bodies hit the floor. Yeah. If your team was described in one word, what would it be?
Probably determined.
There you go. That's great.
Yeah.
That's all right. What's the funniest and most memorable moment from this season so far?
That's a good question. Probably our first game in the season, definitely, because we were just learning and getting used to the rotation.
Okay. So you play volleyball. What else you play? Any other sport?
Yeah, I do tennis and track.
Indoor, outdoor track?
Both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So besides tennis, indoor, outdoor track, what would you want to do as another sport?
And it can
it
even
can
be
be
something that's
anything.
not even offered
Yeah.
here.
What would you choose to do?
I've always wanted to try soccer, so
Okay.
probably that.
May have your opportunity next year.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
There you go. That's all I have, Chris, and you can.
Well, I want to ask you. I've known Brian for years. What's it like playing for Brian? Is it because I know Brian, from like back in his days when he's in high school, and then I've known him ever since. But I've always known him to be like just laid back, cut up,
Yeah.
kind of. But what's it like? My daughter played for him, and she loved it, But I'm just wondering, like, has he changed any? Is he still kind of the same guy?
Yeah, he's pretty much the same person. He's a really good person. We all enjoy playing for him. He teaches us, how not to make a mistake and stuff, but we have fun while learning.
Big teddy bear, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He really is. He's, I guess he's the only volleyball coach Hurley's had since they started the program that I can
Yep.
remember. I was thinking about that. I don't think they've had another coach.
I don't think they have been.
So he's. I remember somebody asked me, how does somebody who's never played volleyball, get a position like it? You start thinking, well, any sport, and that's just kind of like you went and played soccer. I would suggest before you even get on the field, learn as much as you possibly can about the rules
Yeah.
of that sport. I remember back years ago, I used to do this with kids. Is I would sit them down and I'd give them 10 questions about basketball and I wanted to see their mind, how much they actually knew about the game. It didn't matter how much athletic ability they had if they didn't know the rules, they wasn't going to know what to do with their ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would tell anybody or suggest to anybody before you start just jumping into a sport, learn all you can about it. And Brian's done that. He's learned quite a bit about this and knowledgeable. You sit down and talk to him, he's studied this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, anything he's going to tell you, take it in consideration that he's been around it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
My wife's, I don't know if you know this or not, but my wife's great niece plays with you, Emily Mullins.
Really?
Yeah. We've only got to watch her play a handful of times. She looks like her dad and loud like her mom. Loves Steph to death, but anybody that knows Steph, she'll talk your ear off.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if Emily can out-talk her mom, but she's got the gift. But we do need to come out and kind of watch you guys play a little bit. I want to congratulate you on this big win, but the opportunity of being, female player of the week this week. just looking at your stats, and what really stands out is the 28 service points.
Yeah.
When you think about, the way you can help a team, it's not always with service points. It's with digs and et cetera, et cetera. But when you go in and your serve is just like on, okay, you step on. It's like a basketball player when you go on in the court. You can feel it in warm-ups.
Oh, yeah, you can.
So when you're in there like warming up and all right, I got this tonight. You can just feel it.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, my daughter used to say this is when you knew your serve was right, everything else just kind of, because your confidence.
Yeah, it's one less thing you have to worry about.
Yeah, it just kind of clicks. Things fall in place for you a lot easier. But when that happens, it's a lot easier too to be the leader.
It is.
And when you lead one game, it's hard. The next game is something's not working right to not get down on yourself. So how do you keep that emotional roller coaster? How do you keep that from happening?
I just try to remember that I am capable of doing that, and if I do make a mistake, I know I can just get past it and maybe do better next time.
Just shake it off. That's a great mentality. If a lot more athletes would do that, I mean, it's hard.
It is.
It's very hard.
It took me a
move on
long
to the
time to
next
learn
play.
how to do it too.
Yeah, and just by talking to you, you're more mature than your age. Just by talking to you, I can tell that you got a good head on your shoulders, and it sounds like that you'll be able to stand what life throws at you as long as you keep the same mentality. Just don't let it change you too much. But again, congratulations, and I do wish you the best for the rest of the season, and hope to see you back in here.
Thank you, guys.
One question. So next year, Southern Gap Eagles, what are you going to bring?
I'm going to try to just bring the same thing that I've been trying to bring this year, just determination and just excitement for whatever comes next.
Awesome. Great
I
job.
know, to touch on that, WCYB has been doing their thing where they've been going to all three schools and talking to some students and getting their opinions on it. How do you feel about the whole thing? I'm sure it's an emotional time, leaving the school. I mean, I went to Hurley myself, so I hate to see it just as much as anybody else, but there got to be a sense of, new beginnings and
Starting all over.
I remember this story. You all probably remember it too. But Michael Jordan, when he left University of North Carolina, he always wore his Tar Heel warm-ups under his Chicago outfit because he said he always wanted to take a piece of UNC with him. Maybe that's something you all can do, as a tradition between the kids, between all y'all, not just
because
saying Hurley.
if you look right now, both of the kids we got here are from Hurley, and look what they both have on.
Yeah.
That could be easily something more under your uniform.
Well, I secretly have my Rebels shirt under this one.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm just kidding. No.
Once a Rev, always Rev.
Yeah,
Right?
that is true.
Yeah. But Bella, we appreciate you joining us today. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being named
Appreciate
Player of the
you
Week
coming
this
in.
week.
Thank you so much.
And happy birthday once again.
Yep.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Proud of you, girl.
Next up, we're joined by Aidan Baker. Aidan, glad to have you here today. Congratulations on being named Player of the Week this past week. Quite a game Thursday night. I guess, first of all, have you ever been a part of a game like that? Because it was up and down. It was just an emotional roller coaster.
Did it feel like you was playing Madden?
Yeah, it kind of did for a minute. Back and forth.
That's what it seemed like watching it, like it was a video game or something. It was just, and yourself and your teammates, what was the total, Chris? Do you remember? It was like 500 and some total rushing yards.
I don't remember. It was a lot.
And of course, you ended up with 9 attempts, 169 yards, and 2 scores. Just a great performance, and great performance all around by the whole team. As far as the 56 points, and there was 2 different occasions we were talking earlier when we was going over last week's games and everything. There was one time y'all was down 12. Y'all came back a little bit, and then dropped back down to 12 again. Came back again, and I was there for the post-game thing when John Paul was talking, and he said, "I'll have to tell you guys, I didn't think you could do it." So, but any comments on the game or anything?
It was electric.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I know I was.
It was a game of offenses.
I got a video. I was behind the goalpost down at the cliff when y'all brought in the go-ahead score there at the end, and man, it was something.
It was something.
Yeah, for sure. Tim, you got some
Oh yeah.
questions?
Time to go.
Hey, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Well deserved, and glad you got the carries and the yardage you got this week. It was very well needed for your team to have a W. So
You know,
congratulations.
actually, I just thought, Neil, he comes from a very athletic family there
He's-
too.
he does.
His mom was a very successful basketball
And it
player.
stopped there.
Yeah, don't talk about your
Just
dad.
stopped there.
Don't go past that. And of course, we all know that his uncle Theo and everything.
You got
And I'm
another
sure
name, Theo?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Theo tells you about the glory days that he
glory
had.
days.
Yeah.
Ain't
He's
nothing
still
wrong
in
with
his
him.
glory days, apparently.
Oh, all right. How would you describe this team compared to last season's team? Because they're two different teams now. So how would you compare them, or
I believe
how would you describe it?
they're more focused.
Okay.
I think it's hard to put. They know more on the objective. It just seems like they're more ready to win.
Okay. What goals do you set for yourself and the team this season?
I just try to lay it out all on the field. No
Okay.
regrets.
So everything you do is everything. Just
Yes.
do it all. What has been the most exciting game so far, and why?
Probably the last game.
I can imagine. How does your team stay motivated during the tough stretch?
Realizing you just got to take one play at a time and just leave your mistakes out there, make it up next time.
What's the biggest improvement you've seen in your team this year?
Let's see. Has to be our pass coverage.
I know one thing that I heard Coach say at the end of the game that I think pure grit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's something I said earlier, watching a few scrimmages. I said, I don't see any grit out of them. And then, then y'all have proven me wrong the last few games I've watched. It started, especially that last quarter.
There was no give up. It's like, I don't care what we have to do. We are leaving this field tonight with a win. And that's how it looked.
What position do you play, offense and defense? And what do you enjoy most about?
Play some wing, pretty much just running back all around, and outside linebacker.
Okay. What's the toughest part about your position? Say you outside linebacker. What's the toughest part?
Scraping, getting downfield, making tackle.
All right. What about you running?
Running, finding your hole, staying behind your weight walkers, getting as much yardage as possible.
How do you prepare for a big game during the week?
Watch your film,
There you go.
make sure you're covered, be ready for game day.
What's the most memorable play you've ever been a part of?
Probably that last touchdown. It was pure open field.
So if you tripped, it's going to be on you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That turf monster.
That turf monster.
And I thought you were going down there at once.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
me
did.
too.
You get your legs back under you, and I thought you were all right. You're all right now.
How do you bounce back after you make a mistake on the field?
You got to clear it out of your mind, focus on your objective on the next play.
Good. Who has been your biggest influencer in football?
Theo.
Yo. I'm probably have to say my dad.
Yeah.
Never would have got into it without him.
And what's the most important lesson you learned from playing football?
Got to get back up when you gun down. Each play, you got to take it one step at a time.
Okay. How has football helped you grow as a leader?
It's pretty. Makes you realize you can't do everything yourself. You got to rely on other people.
There's 10 more out there, aren't there?
There's 10 more.
Yeah. Everybody's got to play their part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What advice would you give to a younger athlete comes up in the program?
Take each rep you can get, absorb as much as you can from other people.
Weight room?
Yeah, weight room. Weight room is, you got to invest in it.
What do you hope to accomplish before your high school career ends?
Let's see. I like to see as far as we can make it in the playoffs.
Okay.
I just like to say I left it all out on the field. I didn't have no regrets.
And who's the funniest teammate in the locker room?
Oh, my gosh. Probably doing Ray Lester.
Really? I would have thought that Pine Knot would be the one.
Listen, I just try to wipe powder on my head sometimes. Lord, that mess, man. In that locker room, there's just a little cardboard cutout of you. Oh, my Lord.
Cardboard cutout.
Yeah,
That's
you
weird
just stare at it
because-
before a game. You're like, that's your motivation right there.
That's your motivation.
Because it's like you see Dylan, he looks so serious all the time.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Lord,
the times I'm around him, I don't hear him.
It comes off in that locker room.
Well,
Oh, okay.
the quiet assassin.
What's your team's go to pump up song before kickoff?
Good song. Shoot.
They've got to be plenty in your head.
Oh, yeah, but mine's Body's on the Floor.
Hey, bodies on the floor. There you go. Do you or your team have any pregame traditionals or rituals?
Rituals. Let's see. Just praying for
Is
the
there
game.
something you do every game before your game? Do you put your underwear on the same way, or do you put your socks on? You wear the same socks? Or?
Lord, I ain't bandy if I headband.
Okay. Oh, if you could describe your team's playing style in one word, what would it be?
Rough. We're a hard knuckle, rough team. As soon as you come out, physicality is the first thing you notice of us.
What's your favorite memory from your football career so far?
Coming off that football field, looking at that scoreboard after that game.
That's right. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You've done well this
Thank
year. You've stepped up from last year.
Yeah.
You was already there last year running the ball, but it seemed like this year you just took it to another step. So if you keep taking them steps, man, you're achieving.
Is that like a brother?
Yeah, it's his
Yeah,
brother.
that's your
Brother,
brother.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
so-
wondering on that.
So it twinkles down to the brother too. So
Now, I was talking to your mom the other day after
Oh,
the
yeah.
game. She was telling me that Gunners, it's like trying to raise Theo.
Oh,
It's like
God.
all over again. I said, bless your heart, you know. But I was looking at your stats, and I don't know if you realize this. I didn't. But 9 for 169 yards rushing. That's 19 yards on the average. That means literally every time you touch the ball is going to be a first down.
a little over first down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
statistically,
Almost 2 first downs.
18.7.
yeah, I'm saying that's crazy, you know, that. And I've seen you since the Bland game consistently, you just keep grinding and you're doing better and better and better. I've known your dad for many years. One of the first times, I tell this story on your dad, but I remember one of the first times I met your dad, Theo was bringing him over to the high school and we were playing ball on Sundays. And, I don't know if your dad brags, but he used to be a heck of an athlete. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm assuming that him and Theo probably go back and forth about who would have been the better football player. But
Sure.
he comes in and we had exactly 10 to play. And Tony's like, man, I don't know about this, but I'll try it. He comes in and he literally probably 5 trips something down the floor and me and him somehow we collide or whatever and he breaks his ankle.
Oh,
I didn't think it's broke. I just thought, man, he's a wuss. He just get up or whatever. We don't quit. We got exactly 10, So he did he tried to get up and run on it. He's like, dude, I can't. And you could just see his foot was already swollen, but this shows the toughness. He literally tried to get back out there on a broke foot, and I remember telling Theo this, when I first seen you guys start playing, and I said, if they're tough like their dad, they'll be okay.
stubborn as an ox.
Yeah, well, I don't know about he's stubborn, but now he showed some grit, and then I seen it the other night, the fourth quarter rolled around, and I started seeing a little bit of that grit. You were actually there's 2 types of runners in football. You have these guys that hits the hole hard, and you got these guys that hit hard through the hole. And like when you come through the hole, it was like you didn't care to lower your head, but not necessarily was you looking to do that. But when the hit did come, you were going to
Prepared for it.
Yeah, you were going to put the hit on them instead of them, waiting for it to come to you.
Initiate. Don't
Exactly.
Initiate on it.
And then, I hadn't seen that out of you, not consistently, but the other night consistently all game long. I seen that out of you, and I was very, very proud of you, and pleased with the way you played offensively and defensively. I was looking. You were talking about the passing game improving. Now it's not going to show in this stat line
No,
because
it's not.
they 90% of the time threw the ball. But
Yes.
from your middle linebacker, when they moved you to middle linebacker, one of the things I would see them do was in their motion offense, they wanted to drag you out of the picture in order to get the middle of the field open.
Yeah.
And when that would happen, anytime you shifted, The quarterback, he was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And he could recognize that. And one of the things I would see him do when he rolled right, it wasn't going to the middle of the field. It was going to the right on a go route if he could. You caught on to that. Finally, you caught on to that, and it made it hard on him. And a few times y'all got him for a loss. So what did you see? How long did it take you all to kind of understand their scheme on what they were trying to do as far as get you all out of defensive rhythm?
I believe it was late into the third quarter that we really locked in on them.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't stop that one drive, we were not going to
Game was over.
them. The game was over. But that's when we truly locked in on them, and then we got that score, and that's what sealed the game for us.
Well, Dylan coming in helped you all defensively
Yes.
more than anything. I know he offensively had around 80-some yards, but defensively, he literally and I hope the kids are okay, but he sent one kid to the ground so hard.
Most physical player on the field.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was. I mean, Michael, you probably remember it. It was on the far sideline, and I thought,
I think I was
this
over
kid's
at
hurt.
the time.
You know, I really thought this kid's hurt. When he come off the field,
Is that the one that literally they brought paramedics out?
yeah, he got up and came on off, but you could see he was addled.
That game had so many injuries.
It was late in the game though, but it only started after you all brought the grit. Whenever
Like,
y'all
they
started
keep it
coming,
up, they
with-
ain't gonna have 11 men on the field. They're gonna have to just go ahead and
you all finally, like I said, y'all had a little fire in that fourth quarter, and I don't know what triggered it, but it was like boom. And if that had been the whole game, I don't think it'd have been a game. I think y'all would have won handedly. Yeah. But I think the physicality of it wasn't there until you all thought, man, we could really lose this game. But when you felt like we could really win this game, it was completely different.
flipped.
Yeah, he did. And like I say, there was a
Which
lot
really-
of hard hits in the last 4 minutes of the ball game.
which really makes you wonder exactly how was halftime. I mean,
So, got in there. We had to figure ourselves out. That's for sure.
yeah,
When you
because
start off slow like that, you have to build yourself back up, coming out back
Yeah.
in.
It was
That's
his
not
game
contained.
plan looked to me like, you know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But he knew that they were a passing team. And to me, the way that he balanced that was just pound the ball, punish them, because they didn't have very many subs either. And you all, the problem was you all were getting, like I say, big runs, and they were tackling you all, but it's downfield. And if you take away some of the turnovers y'all had, I mean, I think, 3 times y'all were in scoring range that you could have, added to your score. You really was like hitting up the hole hard and getting these first downs, but as far as punishing their line, it wasn't very physical until that last quarter rolled around.
Yep. It's like a light turned on.
Yeah, I mean,
Fourth quarter.
It was like 2 different teams from that fourth quarter, first 3 quarters, just like a completely different team walked on to that field. And which I say, Dylan coming on, it really, you could tell the difference on
Truly,
the defense
you can
end.
notice the difference as soon as he came on the field and off.
Yeah, he's like, as far as the heart of the team, the way it's structured, he is that
Piece.
defensive. He's that piece that you all have to have stay
Yep.
healthy. And if he's not healthy, it
was a
shows.
core.
It shows.
and Chris, I was thinking the way things is going in the first half, and I think you would admit this too. Historically, it's over for Hurley. As far as the way they was playing and everything, they've never really been a come from behind team or a second half team. It don't seem like. It seems when they get down, a lot of times they just cannot come back and get that come from behind victory. And you all, you really showed that Hurley has that this year, I think.
Well, I think what helped you all there was that you were playing a passing team.
Yeah.
If you were down 2 scores against a running team who's just wasting the clock on you, you don't have those opportunities.
It really helped us out. We were able to chew and just kind of slow it down to our tempo. Because they can't slow down the pass as much. You really can't do that. So.
Were you surprised to see Buchanan rumbling and tumbling the way he was?
Oh, he was rumbling and tumbling the whole time.
I was really surprised there was a few times he got stood up and he hesitated, but then when he lowered his shoulder and went through, he picked up the first downs. I think he was sort of shocked that he was maybe getting to run as much as he was openly, because he was hitting some holes there that he'd have, a 10-yard sprint, and he was looking around like, were they going to tackle me? And then when they tried to, he's so big You know, I keep comparing him to Roethlisberger because he's just so big compared to most of you guys.
Absolutely, humongous compared to most of us.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You know, and I don't know where he gets it from because his mom's not that tall and his dad's about average height, 6 foot or whatever. You know, and he's just a big kid and athletic, and that's a great combination to have at quarterback. It's just he looks weird behind the center because he's so much taller than he is.
Oh, it helped us up so much just being able to pound down the field like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's something to think about. I think I sent y'all a message the other day about like what the future held for Southern Gap as far as we've seen bright spots in all 3 quarterbacks in the county, and of course they all 3 ain't gonna be able to be on the field next year in that spot, and they all 3 will be there because none of them's graduating. And being able to use their athletic ability maybe in different spots, and with Canaan and everything. I mean, I think it might actually be beneficial to him.
Now Gunner's 8th grader, right?
Yep.
So he'll actually be on your team next year.
Yes, he will.
Boy, I don't know if I'd want to be that car ride home every game.
So I've got one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You play football. What else you play? Is that it?
Football, wrestling,
Oh, you wrestle, yeah.
maybe baseball, depending on this new school. Might be interested in that.
All right. What are you if you could choose a sport, any other than what you're already playing, be anything, what would it be?
It has to be baseball because I haven't played it since I was a little kid.
Okay.
So maybe I get back into that.
Good.
Or maybe something that you haven't never played.
Yeah.
Because we always like
Yeah.
that wild answer.
Yeah,
You're built like a guy that can run hurdles. Long legs, run like a gazelle.
Might try it once or twice. You never know. Till I fall. Once I trip once or twice,
Yeah, I've done that.
out of
It's
that
not
business.
fun.
Are you looking forward to coming up here to new school?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Looking forward to wing tee?
Oh, yeah. I look forward to that wing tee.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah.
That program's going to be huge.
It's going to be humongous.
Yeah, I think with each school's got like maybe a handful of seniors this year.
Yeah, 5,
Yeah,
6 seniors,
5
4 or
from
5 each
from all
school.
3 schools. You've got really good athletes on all 3 programs. You've got a feeder system, which Greg is
Middle school, man.
working with this year. That's
Invested in for
going to
years.
feed into that, and it's going to continue after Greg moves up to the varsity.
They're going to have the best equipment manager in Old Pistol Smith.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, old Pistol's going to be right there. Anything goes down,
that's
he's going
for
to be
sure,
there.
man.
Fastest gunner on the sideline when it comes to
That's what a lot of
equipment.
these schools are missing is depth. No one here has enough depth in
Mm-hmm.
athletes.
Yeah.
So do you think, you guys got like 20, 22.
Yeah, everybody's running right
We've
around
got,
22.
Grundy has about 22, 23.
Yep.
Twin Valley's got probably 18 to 20. So you're looking about 64 kids just playing football in this area.
Well, they're going to lose some to graduation.
Yeah,
next
so
year.
you take 15 away.
Yeah.
So there you go. You think from 8th grade to 11th grade right now, do you think every kid's playing right now would play up here?
I say we'll lose a few.
Oh, I know you'll lose.
Well,
a few.
that's-
a good
I
that's-
say we'll lose.
That's been kind of through the grapevine, that there will be some that won't come.
But then if you look at the middle school
You'll
team,
lose some and you'll also gain some.
I agree.
yeah, you'll
I've
gain
told
some
him,
from up
I've
this way.
told him that too. I've told these guys, I
Athletically,
think
I feel like the school will gain people who want to compete.
I agree with you.
I think very well they could gain some from Dickinson County because some of these kids that are just over the line, they have an even longer trip getting to Ridgeview than they would getting to Southern Gap.
Oh, yeah, they can shoot up Sunset.
Yeah.
Going from
The
that
only
side.
thing is that they have to be enrolled in a Buchanan County school by their ninth
Well, the funny
grade.
part about it is some of them might live to where Mama and Papa lives next door, but next door is over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like down in the Kentucky part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to congratulate you being on the Player of the Week, man. That's very impressive.
Well,
I'm
thank
proud
y'all.
of you.
Thank y'all
sure.
for having me on.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on, bud.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Best of luck the rest of the season. Okay, guys, let's go over the schedule for next week. First of all, on Monday, Black Diamond District Championship in golf. We've followed all of these golfers all year long. Quite a few. Should be a bit interesting. Now, how does that work? Do you have any idea how it works? Is it just Is it kind of like
Team.
track and field? A team
Team.
goes,
Team
but can a
goes.
player advance to regional competition?
A player can advance because we have had that before, but they go as a team out of Black Diamond, but it's individual when you get to regionals.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if I ain't mistaken, it's
So-
we should have educated ourselves on that.
I'm pretty sure you're correct. On that.
Okay,
It's kind of
Thanks,
like a lot of the
Chris.
other individual sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that'll be Monday at Willowbrook.
Willowbrook.
And
Good luck to all the golfers.
yep, for sure. Hopefully, everybody will have a good showing and everything. And
Hope the weather holds off. I was looking and
Oh.
it looks like some bad weather could come through potentially midweek. So I hope it holds off. I'm not say I call
Well, that-
Willowbrook the swamp for a reason, and if it gets in very much rain, they may have to postpone it. You know.
well, that'll be Monday, so maybe it'll be before the weather.
Well, if they get it, yeah, I think it's about midweek. Like I
Oh,
say,
okay.
it's
So
supposed to.
it should be fine then. Got volleyball action on Monday with Cornerstone at Council. I'm not really sure where that school's at. Is it at like a private school? I guess I've seen it in like statute, newspapers and stuff before. As far as Council seems to be the only one around here that has played them.
Yeah,
Well, that may be somewhere over around Rosedale or somewhere.
Might
close
be.
yeah.
But that'll be Monday, Cornerstone at Council, and also Phelps will be at Hurley on Monday. So 2 volleyball games are on Monday. Hurley will have another one on Tuesday. Be Council at Hurley.
District game.
Yep. Yeah. I think that may be Hurley's first district game and possibly Council's first one.
Oh,
I'd say.
okay.
Yeah. I think it must be just getting into the district schedule for all of them, I'd say, because there'll be another district game on Wednesday with Twin Valley at Grundy.
Oh, yeah. So you're right. They are getting into the
it's
schedule.
just getting into that part of it. And of course, on Wednesday, we've also got, they call it a Grundy invite number 2 at Enix Branch, all county schools cross country. And then Thursday be Grundy at East Ridge. And I want to touch on that. It is Grundy at East Ridge. Some of the schedules that are floating around had Grundy traveling to Council, but they have flipped the schedule around a little bit, and I did confirm with Hannah that Grundy will be playing at East Ridge on Thursday. And then moving to Friday night, full slate of games. Hurley will be at Houston, Grundy will be at Honaker, and Tri-Cities Christian at Twin Valley for their homecoming. And Rodney, you let me get this correct. You will be covering for the radio. WMJD will be
That will be our game of the week this week.
okay.
So WMJD Sports will be at
Twin
the
Valley.
Tri-City
Twin Valley.
Christian Tennessee versus Twin Valley homecoming game this Friday.
Have they had any more problems? You've been up there a couple of times since they put the lights up. Have they had any more issues with them?
No,
So
we
the-
didn't this past week.
Well, that's good.
It was sometime.
Only problem they are up there, guys, with the lights is they shine right in your eyes if you're sitting in the stands.
I wonder how that affects the players on the field as far as like if you're looking in that direction. Let's
Well,
say
they're
the
above
quarterback's
them quite a
looking to
bit
throw.
on that tower.
Yeah, they're above them, ain't they, Rodney?
Yeah.
No, the field ones, the ones that have to be fired up later in the game.
Well,
Those are extremely bright.
they fire them up, and if the diesel smell don't get you, it's the lights. but I'm glad that they have that up there so they can play at their home field. So that's the most important for Twin Valley. Jeff Cooper and Ray Blankenship made sure that happened,
Yeah.
and they made it happen. So
Do you? What's the radio schedule look like right now, Rodney?
This week, we're having to swap some games around. I had said from the beginning that with this being the final year, we will cover all of the school's homecomings. When I sat down and typed out the schedule, somewhere along the way, I made a mistake. So I am going to swap out a couple of games. So this week will be Tri-Cities Christian Academy at Twin Valley for their homecoming. After that, I had Grundy at Honaker on the schedule, so that's not going to happen. It's going to be Tri-City Christian at Twin Valley.
Yeah.
Then next week, I will pick up either a Grundy or a Hurley game on the October the 3rd there, and then we hopefully will get back to our normal rotation after that.
Okay.
I like that, Rodney. I like how you pick in, just not one school like we have been in the years past.
Giving equal coverage, but also making sure to cover all the homecomings as well.
Right.
I really like
Well, I
it.
got it fresh in my mind. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but Rodney's getting some hats and some shirts made up.
Oh yeah,
WMJD.
I've seen that, the
So,
coffee pot show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When you get those, I definitely want a couple of hats, and so I saw you didn't have
I'll have to
no
touch
extra
base
large
with you.
shirts, so you left out the fat boys like me and Tim over here.
No, I ordered
Well,
extra
Michael.
large.
He said extra large.
Yeah. This go around where I'm paying for it out of my own pocket, I ordered just 15 shirts.
Yeah.
5 medium, large, and extra large. And if I can recoup the money, then I'll put in another. I'm not going to make anything. Tim and I were talking about it on the way up here. I'm not looking to make money. It's more just for promotional stuff.
Exactly.
But if I can break even and get this paid off, then I'll put in another order. I've already had people saying that they need 2X and whatnot. That was not included on this order. So, I just felt like that we needed to do some sort of promotional stuff, and I've had to dive into my own pocketbook for it. So,
Well, with that being said, girls and boys basketball season's coming up soon,
it is. And
So-
wrestling, it'll be here before we know it.
and wrestling.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
we're literally halfway through the fall sports season now.
so anybody out there that wants to sponsor boys and girls basketball, varsity basketball, and or Grundy wrestling, get up with Rodney.
I think we may have touched on this before. Seems like when we had Rodney on before, but is the basketball literally a package deal? Like, let's say Hurley's at Grundy. Are you literally doing both of them, or is that completely separate things that someone has to sponsor as far as the girls and then the boys?
No, if they purchase the package deal, they will get whatever game. If it's a super, a lot of times Tim and I will do the girls and the boys that night.
Okay.
Regardless if it's Grundy at Hurley.
Right. When they purchase the package, they cannot personalize what games. They're purchasing the schedule of what we're going to broadcast,
Well,
and that will be presented.
I was
to them
just
at that
wondering
time.
about that the girls and the boys both would get equal coverage.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because there'd be some nights it's just not going to be open because there'll be other games going on. So, yeah.
Usually what Rodney does is when he gets sponsors, if he can get enough for the boys and girls, both varsity games, because the girls get slighted a lot in our
In years
county.
past, they really did.
They get passed over, and when Rodney came in, and Rodney wanted to do both boys and girls varsity basketball, because he feels like, and he's like the rest of us, we feel like they need to get recognized just like anybody else. So with that being said, it worked out great. I mean, we sat there for 2 hours laughing, or 3 hours laughing, and watching bodies hit the floor and all that. That's what we joke around on, and really enjoyed doing basketball. But now it's hard to do basketball. Lloyd Combs is the only man I know can do it by himself.
Yeah.
Rodney done it by himself some, but now it's hard. But like I said, boys and girls basketball and wrestling is coming up. WMJD Sports with Rodney Davis is looking for sponsors. Please reach out to him.
And it's an important year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the last year of each one of the respective schools. So it's more important now than in years past, I think.
And you'll do a schedule like you did the football.
I'm going to try my best.
Yes.
If each AD can get me their schedule, because this is something you can't throw together today. You've got to look at who's on the road. Is it going to be just a boys game? Is it going to be a super? Then you run into cost for us, setup and broadcast fees. If we go out of the county, we have to pay that school to broadcast. And there's a lot of moving parts to it. Find out if there's somebody available to go to the games. If I'm not available, do we have a producer available? Do we have phone service available? So it's something
That's huge in a lot of places.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot to try to get it together. Here in Buchanan County, it's not an issue because each one of the schools has a phone jack for us to hook up in. But now when we go out of here, it may not be available.
Well, let's hope, even though in this new generation and everything, let's hope it's something they think about in the press box and stuff in the building.
They have
Up here, we'll have cell phone service. And
Yeah.
I've got a box,
Okay.
a wireless box.
a wireless box that I hook into and it's
Oh,
just the
okay.
same as.
Well, if it's like it's junk I use at the house, the Wi-Fi at the house,
Yeah.
if you got to turn your Wi-Fi off and make a phone call. It keeps dropping the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple times you've called me and everything.
Yeah, I'd say, hold on a minute, let me turn this Wi-Fi off. And I thought it was Spectrum, but it ain't. And I've switched over to Point Bar. It's something to do just with the programming into the iPhones, I guess.
Yeah. But guys, does anybody got anything else?
I just want to wish all the local teams, all the county teams, no matter if it's golf, volleyball, football, basketball, whatever it is, good luck this week.
Yeah, I'll reiterate that. Big shout out to know all the golf teams and everything. Black Diamond District Championship on Monday. Hope everybody good luck and all the rest of the athletes too, as far as cross country, volleyball, and football this Friday. Chris,
Get out and support your local teams. As Rodney just said, this is it's kind of the last hurrah.
I've heard several terms: the last stand, the last dance.
So
Last era.
yeah, they're I think Hurley's
The end
got
of
2
the
more
era.
home games, and I'm not sure about Grundy. But I mean, even though it was a Thursday night game, at first I thought, well, there ain't gonna be nobody here. But we had a middle school game. A lot of parents was going to it.
Yeah.
And, then people started coming in, and kind of for a Thursday night game. I guess it was okay, but.
They had plenty of time to come in late to the
Yes,
early game.
that was-
I didn't think I was
That
ever
was a
going
6 o'clock game, and they still left
Yeah.
like on regular time. Like
Yeah.
it was late when we left out there.
Yeah,
It took
it was-
forever to get through that third quarter.
I kept getting messages, make sure I was okay.
Yeah, I thought, man, I said this third quarter took it felt
Yeah.
like an entire half in the
Well,
quarter.
the big thing was a lot of athletes getting hurt, play stoppage,
A lot of
you know,
penalties.
Yeah, penalties.
But anyway, I just wanted to wish everybody the best this week, and I hope everybody, all the local teams can get them a win. But if you can get out and support your local teams, do that. Get out and a lot of these places are offering for the students free entry right now. So if it's a money thing or whatever, check ahead. It may not cost you as much. But like I say, if you've ever been a fan of your high school, any kind of sports, but right now, especially football, this is your last chance to get out and support these football programs.
For sure. Rodney?
Well, I was going to actually say exactly what Chris just said. Support the kids. Let them know that we're behind them, especially all you alumni. Go out to your respective schools.
Yep.
Show your support, because this time next year, we're going to be having a completely different kind of conversation. It's important that these kids know that all of their hard work and dedication, their discipline, their travels, their workouts, that we appreciate it. We're behind them 100% all the way.
I was thinking on the way through here is that when they combine next year, the workload that you put in the time, it's going to be cut in like.
Oh, yeah. I've done thought about that.
Yeah, I said, because you've got one school. And
Yeah.
that's primarily going to be your focus. And
Not
I thought,
having to-
man, I'm
Not
Michael's
having to
got to be
track
ticked.
down stats
Well,
and
yeah,
everything.
I'll be in the same boat right now. I'm trying to work schedules with 3 schools.
22 games
Yeah.
of
Well, it's-
basketball each.
It's easier for you to work out a schedule, but it's harder for you to come in with the revenue for, because you're losing all those schools.
That's
So,
true.
Double-edged sword.
Yep.
Well.
But guys, I guess that's it for this week. Be sure to join us here next week and subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the Facebook page and like it. And I think we're up to like 6,700 on the Facebook page. And
And if you see old Pistol out, give him a hug. He needs it.
Pat him on his back.
yeah, we're really glad to
Producer.
have Pistol back this week helping us here.
Yeah. Pray for his family, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Pray for his
Thank
family.
you, guys.
Yeah, hey, drop.